home of our nation, a veteran venue. On the occasion of this beautiful program, I am very happy to be here with you all. First and foremost, in your person, I would like to celebrate the night of the Prophet Muhammad's conception, Laylatul Ragaib, and I pray to God so He saves us from this coronavirus trouble of our era. Today we are together to introduce a very important program organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and various universities. The support scholarship program will hopefully be auspicious. 76 young athletes who have made their way to universities in sports departments deserve special thanks, and I would like to congratulate them. And those young athletes who won medals in various fields of sports, I firmly believe, will also be very successful in their life of education. This agenda shows that sports and education are not alternatives to one another, but completes one another. During our childhood years, unfortunately, sports was not attached with the necessary level of importance, and children who were interested in sports were not well respected, and that's why children had to do sports, maybe hiding from their parents. We used to make balls out of paper and play football, maybe around the corners of the streets of our neighborhoods. And unfortunately, one other fact that children who were interested in sports could not get the education they needed. However, in many developed countries, sports is valued and is considered an important part of education. At many prestigious universities of the world, it is again observed that academic studies and sports go hand in hand. For example, California University, which is among the top 100 of the world, throughout the Olympics history won 288 medals, 156 of which were gold. And again, academically, one of the most academically successful of the world, the Stanford University, won 280 medals at the Olympics Games. A similar image is observable once we have a look at other universities across the world. Such universities that are prominent and leading in the field of academy have, of course, by no coincidence, claimed such a victory in sports and education together. This is a result, an outcome of considering both sports and education in the same scale. The more we attach importance to sports and the more we value our athletes, I firmly believe that our universities will achieve the same. And in our country, such an understanding, such a mindset is taking hold more and more. Now we see families guide their children towards sports, and schools, along with their educational activities, now attach more importance to various fields of sports, and universities also stand with their students who claim success in various fields of sports. And that's why there is a great contribution that comes from the investments made into the infrastructure of sports. In our term, Turkey, in the field of sports infrastructure, has moved into a new era. The total number of sports complexes increased from 1,575 up to 3,903. And we have a high number of athletics fields and the Olympics pools increased from 46 up to 274, 100 of which are portable and removable, and the number of the sports complexes increased to a figure that exceeded 400. And the stadia, which were old in their structure, have been replaced by new state-of-art stadia, and 39 stadia have now been completed in their construction. 12 others are under construction, and for 4 other stadiums we have a project and bidding processes still ongoing. And thanks to all of these activities, the number of active athletes increased from only 206,000 to more than 3.6 million. This is important. And skilled children are also included into the scope of special training programs. This way, highly skillful young athletes are discovered at earlier ages, and they're included into the scope of such special training programs. And athletes training centers are available in our 43 cities, and we have totally 1,671 athletes for their fields of sports, and for their classes at school we deliver special trainings and education programs to all of these specially skilled athletes. Skills and abilities are to be complemented, and that's why every success is important. But as much as the success itself, the quality and the efforts are to be appreciated as well and recognized, because every success that is rewarded will be the precursor of greater success to come. That's why, in order not to waste the efforts of our athletes, we as the state authorities have been practicing different financial assistance programs. As of 2021, the athletes who attend to our sports complexes are paid 565 per month, and those who stay and live at those complexes are paid more than 700 per month. We also provide other sorts of pocket money, if you will, like financial assistance to our young people. And for those grants, we have a totally 1,192 athletes who benefit from more than 1,000 liras per month. Those who make it to the university, all national athletes are provided with scholarship and also priority for dormitory services across the country. And such kind of support and incentive programs indeed show in the number of medals our country wins. In 2001, our athletes could only win 1,481 medals. However, by the end of 2019, they won more than 8,800 medals. And for the Tokyo Olympics, in 10 fields, we have 53 fields listed for us to participate. And in Paralympics, we have 55. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, which took hold of the whole world, our athletes do perform highly at the international platforms and competitions in swimming, in free diving, in gymnastics. They won world championships. They make our flag fly high in pride. And I would like to thank to all young athletes personally on behalf of my nation and country for doing so. Our athletes' success in the international arena grows, and the bigger their success is and the more opportunities there is for them to take, the more enthusiasm is seen in the eyes of the parents for them to guide their children towards sports. And now the parents don't have to choose in between sports and education any longer. And our effort is to make sure that our young people do not go through the same difficulties we did, and we believe the investment made into our youth is an investment made into the future. This country needs well-trained, educated, highly qualified, healthy young people who are conscious of national and traditional values, and this is on what our country will rise on. In sports, in arts, in science, in culture, we will be carried over into the future with the successful young people. As we always say, youth is the seeds of our future and is a guarantee, assurance of our future and independence. All parents, all of us, all administrators have a duty to offer a setting for our young people, for them to be able to make their dreams come true. And that's why the scholarships provided to our athletes are of great importance. Young athletes who meet certain necessary criteria also are granted with 100% full scholarship for the departments at the universities they make an entry to. This way, our young athletes will continue with their education and as well their sports activities, and similarly set examples for the younger generations. Currently, the project benefits to 76 young athletes now, but for the upcoming period, it is important to expand the scope of it and increase the number of partners to the project. From the universities to our students, the quotas to be listed are to be sensitively recognized. This project, this study, hopefully will be also trickled down to high school and secondary school children, and acting on the idea that we have to support our children from earlier years on. We will be signing, we have signed the necessary memoranda of understanding with certain private schools and public universities and schools. We will be materializing this project with more than 500 schools, and I make a call on to all private institutions, schools and universities to take a party in this memorandum. Universities that support our athletes should go hand in hand with the Ministry of Sports and youth, and make sure that the schools are centers, are hubs for sports other than science. And this protocol was realized by the help of many, and I would like to congratulate them for their efforts. And I hope that this agreement, this memorandum, will be auspicious for our sports world, for our young people, to our young people, and to our country. And I wish you the best of success. Thank you all very much. Stay in health.
Zat-ı devletlerini bir süre daha sahnede ağırlamak istiyoruz. Günün anlam ve önemi için Gençlik ve Spor Bakanımız Sayın Doktor Mehmet Muharrem Kasaboğlu'nun Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımıza bir hediye takdimi olacaktır.